All right, YouTube, good day. This is Deckard from Attention Deficit Deckard. I'm in a creative mode right now, so I'm just making some videos, and what sticks will stick, and what doesn't, it's fun to do this anyway. So artistic is where I want to aim the channel. So we got Cold Dog Slams, and in the midst of making that whole new playlist from complete cloth, I don't know, I wrote this little poem down, and then I made a whole concept about it. And it occurs to me, it's a Friday, it's a work day. I'm taking the second half of the day off. I'm done for the week. What I could be doing, and I don't seem to ever really do this, is when I finish for the week, usually early, usually by Tuesday, what I don't often do is spend the second half of that work week working on content to get further ahead on my two main playlists, Lost in the Blog and AA-DHD YouTube Strategy Group Meeting Minutes. And then I do have Cold Dog Slams. That's new. That's going to be interspersed and intermittent. But every Tuesday at 11 and every Friday at 5 p.m., I'm going to upload videos, one in each of those two playlists. And even though I like making the videos, I find that rigor makes me not want to do them on Thursdays and Fridays. Anyway, my point is, those are my core channel videos. But sometimes, I can't just be free. Right, I got to make them into something that fits the playlist theme. Playlist is like a thematic category of videos. That's the way it is. I do find that on Thursdays and Fridays, I like making random videos that are just random. Some of them fit into other playlist categories that I already have. I just get an idea from, like when an inspiration sparks and it hits, that's what I want to go. And sometimes those are lost in the vlog, right? Sometimes they fit into other playlists that you haven't seen yet. But other times, like 10 minutes ago, a whole new playlist was just created that I think I can, make some traction with. I apologize if it turns out that I'm a very plosive speaker, if you know what that means, right? Like P's and B's, like your lips explode out, like plosive. That's a thing. Wyrick taught me that. It's a grammar thing. And I'm plosive on non-plosives. So not just P's and B's, but T's, which are not the same. And then even like O's and V's, like anything where my lip is touching a thing, like a tooth or a tongue or a lip. There's 3 things your bottom lip can touch besides nothing. There's 4 things it can touch. Nothing, like O, it's not touching nothing. But then there's like B, like a plosive, and it touches a lip. Or can touch a tooth, like V. Wyrick's going to love this video. He's already made videos like this in his past. He's the only one of us who has a YouTube channel from the past. And it was a grammar, like dictionary pronunciation channel or something. It didn't get much traction, but there were a few dedicated fans. And, he's kind of bringing this out in us. I think it's a subtle influence onto why I'm going more artistic, because he didn't care. If anybody watched it, he loved making those grammar pronunciation videos, and he loved his channel because of that. We haven't gotten into why he ended that channel, but I don't know if there's a copyright strike or something. I think he may have used a word that like a dictionary copyrighted, something from the Merriam-Webster's dictionary, and he's not allowed to use it without copyright permissions, something like that. But it kind of broke his heart, I know that. And so he's excited to start new, but he's got more years behind him. This was years ago. And so he's got different ideas. But anyway, I know he's going to love this because I'm talking about plosives. So your bottom lip touches nothing like O, or it touches something like an upper lip, like a B or a P. And then it touches your teeth like a V or a D. And then sometimes it touches your tongue. Like not all letters. It's not, you use T a lot in words that don't sound like T. Like that. That's, of course, I don't know. I talked to Wyrick about it, but I slip into the looch sometimes. I'm going to be making a video soon talking about my increasing Lucian habit. Maybe that's what it is, that I start to talk like him more and more. I know I don't sound exactly like the Luch, but just as a diversion. Sometimes I just, have you ever had a friend and you hang out with them a lot, especially when you're younger, but I mean, apparently in all ages of life. and you start to talk like them, that you absorb their mannerisms, maybe even some of the words they say, but maybe even some of the accent they have. I don't know. Or is it just me? Am I just crazy? Right? I could just be totally crazy. But like, I remember absolutely doing that throughout growing up. All kinds of friends, not just my best friend. That's a thing, right? Like, that's not me. So I like the Luch, and I like the way he talks. And so I just kind of incorporated into, like, unintentionally, I just find myself, I'm not trying to talk to the world like that, although it comes out because the YouTube's also the world. But I mean, I know it's hard to say. It's hard to say why, but I do make videos. I've got them. You haven't seen them yet, but I do make videos where I make whole videos. It's a series called Drunkern Deckard, where I'm not drunk or inebriated in any way, but drunkern's kind of like when I get a little silly. And I start talking like the Luch, like that. Just see, it just slips in and out. And I make these videos. And we'll see. I've got a couple of them that I think are funny, but, you know, maybe I won't upon further review. And you'll never see them. But anyway, it's that kind of stuff that I like to do with the channel. And I think, I think Wyric's like love for pronunciation videos and like defined his whole ethos to making videos. Like, you make videos that you love. Don't make videos for any other reason. I mean, unless you love that. I guess this could be like a Lost in the Vlog-ish video where I talk about the vicissitudes, I guess, of my newly discovered creative artistic art project. Like, I'm trying to turn this into an art project without any experience of anything. I mean, I'm not a videographer, right? I didn't go to YouTube school. I didn't go to film school. Hundreds and thousands of YouTubers are the same as me as far as that goes. You don't have to have experience. That's one of my first video. You don't have to have any experience. Just roll right in and make a video, press record, right? But like, what are you going to make? Well, I found something to make, see? Like, I thought I was going to make something that would try to make money, which I would love to earn a living doing this. But it turns out that I don't want to make those videos that are going to do well on YouTube. It's not like I'm against my own videos doing well. I'm for them, all doing well. I'm all for my videos. I mean, but that being said, like, I'm not helping the algorithm out by being clumsy Deckard, clumsy wisdoms, absurd takes, like just being rambly and whatever. Yeah, but I'm going to get better at some of that stuff but I'm going to keep making videos because I love to make videos. I'm going to do what Wyrick did. I'm just going to keep making these pronunciation videos, and I don't care if anybody, I mean, I do care that people watch them, but I understand why people wouldn't watch them. No offense to the viewer who ignores my stuff because it's just too bad, too whatever. I hear you. That, you know, but that being said, right? Like, I still can't help it. You know, like, there's videos I make that turns out I don't like. So I understand people not liking my stuff. But there's videos that I make that are bad. I know they're bad, but I like them. And so I put them up because I'm kind of proud of them in their own quirky, bad way. Thank God for that, right? Because if I didn't have that feeling with ADHD and depression and just being a Gen Xer in his Gen X years, I mean, I wouldn't be making any videos. If I had if I had to somehow see the truth that I'm just not good at this and it's just not like watchable. Like, if I let that bother me, man, that could suck, because I love making these videos. Like, this is my new hobby. This is my new hobby. Let me rephrase. This is my first hobby since I was a child. I mean, you know, like, I've had things I'd like to do entertainment-wise, but nothing as a sustained, productive hobby. And it's creative, and I've always wanted to be creative. This is my first creative. This is my first hobby. This is my first art project. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm liking doing it, whatever it is. And so if it's just bad, man, hey, I feel good right here about doing these. So that's what I'm saying with this video is about following your heart, I guess. As bad as that means your content's going to be. And I don't even know what I mean by bad. I don't know what's bad about my content. It's redundantly repetitive. It's confusing. It's nobody cares. Like, I mean, it's, I don't know, whatever. I know these videos are just bad, man. It's like, yeah, look, I don't care. I hope you like them. I want people to like them. But I'm realizing that if I like them, that's enough. That's enough. It's enough for me to keep doing them, to love to keep doing them. because I'm expressing myself, and I think it's, you know, I'm entertaining myself with it. And even if nobody else like on the planet finds what I find in them, I think I'm coming to be okay with it. And that's what I mean by following your heart. Like if you have something like that, and maybe you don't, I never did before 3 months ago. And I never understood it even 2.5 months ago the way I'm understanding it today and this past few weeks. It's an evolving love, understanding, gratitude, life-changing event. Like I don't have a job. This is my job. I landed into an art project that I somehow is the first creative hobby that I've loved, that I've ever had, that I like. It just is a perfect storm. So yeah, I'm treating this like it's a career, but like I understand that I'm not going to make productivity videos, or, you know, I'm not going to make videos that I don't want to make. I love those. I'm not going to be your 91st best productivity bro. It's just never going to happen. I don't want that. You don't want that. How many productivity bros do you have on your YouTube feed already? 5, 9? Like, I'm never going to make your list. So I'm just going to make the videos that I want to make. No one's going to watch them anyway. And then maybe somebody will. Maybe it'll resonate with somebody, man. I have ADHD. Like, I've got all kinds of messed up here. It's whatever, man. I'm allowed to think what I want and talk about what I want. And I like to talk to a camera. I like to share. The reason I do it is because I like to share it. Remember, like, sharing? Like, you wanted to share stuff with your friends when you were a little kid? Like, you heard a good song on the radio. You're like 9. You're not even, you're like 7. You're barely even into music. And you're excited because you heard the song that you just discovered. Your sister didn't tell you about it. Your older brother didn't say that. Like, I don't know, whatever. And, like, you go tell your 3 friends because you love this song and it feels so good and you just want to share it. I just want to share it. I don't know what this is. Anyway, so as far as this Lost in the Vlog episode about following your heart, you got to decide what you want with YouTube. And I want a paycheck every month. That's kind of what I need to get to feel solid financially, like on the regular, like having a day job. That's the kind of day job I need. Yeah, I don't know how that's ever going to happen, but my heart's huge. I'm not banking on it. Like, I'm not counting on people falling in love with this heart, but I'm going to share this heart, and I think it's worthwhile. I think it's a good heart. Now, I don't know if the videos are watchable, and that could be like, that's I'm sure one of the main problems. I don't know if my heart comes out. I understand I don't know the difference between art and self-indulgence, and, like, you know, like, you learn what you learn. Like I said, I don't know any of this. I didn't go to art school. I don't know how to make a video. I don't know how to tell a story. I don't know how to act. I don't know how to be funny. I don't know. I didn't go to performance school, and I've never done an art project like this, and I never was in high school theater class. Like, I don't know what the I'm doing. But I know this, like, it feels right. That's why I have this confidence with it. Like, because I know why I'm doing this. Here's the thing. When you follow your heart knows the truth. So you're following the truth for yourself. You're doing exactly what you should be doing. When you're following your heart, that's what that means, right? Doesn't mean like you can't following your heart isn't like an act. It's like following your destiny, right? Like, it's not always easy to follow your heart. It's not always easy to find your heart. But you can trust your heart. That's what I'm saying. You need to be able to trust something. I call it the heart. I don't know if it's not the Valentine that's in my chest, but it's the, like, I don't know. It's like a guidance. It's the unspoken, unthoughtful, just the awareness. It's like your guardian angel, kind of. And if you're following your heart, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's cringe or not cringe. If it's cringe to you, you won't be showing it. But you follow your heart, you'll learn to make non-cringe videos sharing yourself. And I feel like that's what I've done. And that's why I'm making these nutty nut job playlists that are like, what are you? And there it is. That's where the channel's going. I like doing the silly ones, and that's what this video is about. Come into that balance. That's what I'm doing. I was going to say, like, if you're doing an art project, you got to come to a balance. Well, you got to know. I'm not going to tell you what you need to do. I can't. Here's what I say to you. You're here to watch. What can you tell me to do to help it easier for me? I get it. But I can't tell you how to follow your heart. Everybody's is different. But I can tell you finding your heart is the same for everybody, and it's easy. Like, you follow your heart the way you have to. For me, that's, originally it was finding a balance between making the videos I wanted to make and learning to make the videos I needed to make. And I thought I had come up with a creative balance of that. Like, I could make, that's what the Lost in the Vlog videos were going to be. They were going to be my creative compromise between making a YouTube algorithmic trendy video. So I'm discovering, as I'm getting into the channel, there's videos that I want to make more than others. The videos I want to make more than, it's like this. The ones that pop into my head as inspirations are the videos I most want to make. And those happen all the time. Not every time, but they happen all the time. Versus scheduled, like, planned videos. Like, I got to make a weekly Lost in the Vlog and a weekly Meetings Minutes video every week, right? Those aren't spontaneous. Now, if I, like this one, if I can turn this into a Lost in the Vlog, this spontaneously happened. And this sometimes happens for those as well. But the difference in pressure and joy is palpable. That's what I'm saying. So I just wanted to make a video about YouTube quick-ish TLDR for the video that's playing in the background. A video about the importance of allowing yourself to find and then follow your heart with your channel. Two things. One, if you really kind of only ever feel like making the videos you want to make, and you never really find yourself wanting to make the videos that you think you have to make, the ones it seems like everyone, including yourself, are telling you to make in order to succeed at YouTube financially. And two, you simply straight love to make content. Look, if you don't absolutely have some sort of a passion for making YouTube content, of any kind, mind you, including artful shit, silly shit, my type of shit, then you might want to rethink even doing YouTube, because doing it right is a serious and grindy commitment. But if you do have that passion, and yet you're finding that you really only ever feel passionate when you're making the videos that you really feel like making, that you can't seem to help to make, then what I'm telling you is to try to do what I'm trying to do. Maybe, if you think it feels right. And that's finally surrendering to your heart, to what your heart pushes and pulls you to do, to make, to content create. Now, I do my best to be consistent, which is probably the single most important thing you can do with regards to your YouTube channel, being consistent. And for me, that means being disciplined about uploading 2 videos per week to my channel every week. And I don't want to sacrifice that yet, maybe never, even though these 2 videos, more often than not, are not the videos I ever really feel like making. That being said, here's what I now know about content creating. And it's what I'm saying at the core of this entire video. Give yourself room, a lot of room, the most room to indulge your creativity the way your heart always is telling you. Let go of whatever and just be in it, your creative flow. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm also trying to come to grips with what all this means for me and my channel. What I'm coming to think that what it means is I'm going to do the best I can to creatively express myself in the most fulfilling forms that I feel like doing. Period. And I hope people like the shit. I truly and really do. But even if no one ever likes or even watches one of my videos, I'm still going to make them. And I'm still going to upload them because I can't help it. And for some reason, I also feel like sharing them. Anyway, here's the final thing. In a nutshell, everyone loves this feeling of connected, integrated, expressive, happy-go-luckiness that comes when your creativity is in alignment with your heart. And so if you want to have the most fun on YouTube, make the content that you most want to make. Not that you least or halfway want to make. Follow your heart. And I think the algorithm will catch up with you later. Maybe once you've got a real nice party going on over at that channel of yours. All right. Thanks for listening. So, all right. Anyway, thanks. Which was remarkably short. I hope to make it short. It was 2 minutes, so very nice for me. I am a long-winded, long sufferer. I go long.